loses his job, he will have lost his job to Herbert because Herbert gives him, not only a better chance to win this week, you hear that, right? But that's bull crap. You got to think forward. You got to think forward. And to me, as I look at those two guys and evaluate, I've seen each of them in one game this year. Tyrod Taylor is a great pro. He's a guy that I want on my team. He's a guy that I'm comfortable playing anytime. But if I need a guy to go out and win a game, he's not going to take the chance. He's not going to make the special throw. He just hasn't done it historically, and I didn't see it week one. Justin Herbert, on the other hand, look, this is a small sample size. You got almost 50 starts, from Tyrod Taylor. We've seen him one game. He had no preseason, no joint practices. People might remember Oregon. It's not the same. We've seen him in one game, and I got to tell you, he made a couple really bad mistakes, one really bad mistake. But other than that, he was phenomenal, I thought, all things considered. And I think you could just see the upside, the explosiveness of his throws, his arm, his mobility shocked me. His willingness to have, to be able to run, and then to have the skills to run were better, even though he's not fast. He just made the one bad decision where he could have picked the field and threw the. But that one bad decision cost him the game. Go ahead.
I would say this about Anthony Lynn. I think he knew what had occurred with Tyrod Taylor, and him publicly saying that Tyrod was still the guy was more of a thing for Tyrod than it was for the public. I think that was more for the locker room and him trying to assure Tyrod Taylor, hey, I know this wasn't on you, so I'm going to back you, even though I know we got to play this kid. And I think at the end of the day, Drew Bledsoe was a great dude. Tom Brady was a better quarterback. And that's just
By the way, I was there that game. I did that game. They were playing against Chargers when Bledsoe got hurt and Brady got his chance. Now, that was in New England. And, oh, by the way, John, so you don't have to tell your players anything. Why? Well, who are you protecting?
Well, I think
the players can see who is more explosive and may give them a better chance to win. It's breaking it down very simply. Tyrod Taylor is a guy I'm comfortable playing anytime, any place, right? I love the guy, okay? But if I'm asking him to go win a game, I don't think he's capable. I don't know if he's capable. But I've seen the skill set and in a very short sample size of Justin Herbert that I think he has that potential and the ability to go out and win a game.
All right, just hold on. Alex, jump in here. Hank Bauer is with us this afternoon. Hank Bauer being brought to us by the Total T Clinic, TotalTClinic.com. Hank, you've said a million times you don't need any extra testosterone. I'm literally taking Bert Grossman to the Total T Clinic because if there's any dude I know that could use a little bit of, Bert's my man.
Hey, Bert's spreading it around a lot more than I am these days. So,
Hey, Grande, jump in here because
I'm curious.
Because I told you earlier that I thought Hank would rave about Justin Herbert, and you had questions.
My biggest question to you, Hank, is in the performance that Justin Herbert had. And I don't think either of these two guys agree with me. My question is, how difficult is it for the Chiefs to adjust to a quarterback who has no tape in the NFL and they have 5 minutes right before kickoff? So do you now call a game a lot safer because you don't know what to expect? Do you keep the same game plan? So my insinuation is that I think the Chiefs struggled with Herbert because they didn't know what to expect, whereas they were ready for Tyrod Taylor. How much of a difference did that fact that he was put in for 5 minutes have on the game?
I don't think it mattered because you go in with a game plan no matter what, and right before kickoff, you can't change that game plan. Here's the thing you got to understand. Offensively, you go in with the game plan, and the most critical plays are the first 10 plays. You work on these 10 plays you work on your first 10 plays all week long. And what you do is you're not so concerned about going down and scoring, but you're trying to get as many different personnel sets, different like 2 tight end set, 3 tight end set, 1 tight end set, 3 wides, 2 backs, jumbo, spread, motions, shifts. And you try to get all of those things incorporated in the first 10 plays you call. And nobody is better than Andy Reid and Eric Bieniemy looking at those first 10 plays, seeing how they are game planned by the defense, and then adjusting your game calls the rest of the way. So can you just go out and scrap your game plan? No, you just don't do that. You know, you've worked 100 hours, you know, and are you going to make adjustments then? You make adjustments every game after the first two series.
You know what's but you know what's interesting, Hank, is that what Alex was saying to us was, well, here's this kid quarterback and there's no film on him. There's no preseason.
Right. But they're running the system. They're going to run the Chargers system. They're going to run the plays that they were getting ready for with Rod.
And that's what Browner said too.
Right. The Chargers were going to just run their game plan because here's the thing. The Chargers didn't expect this. The kid probably didn't get very many reps during the week. And by the way, let's not forget about one other thing, which is this kid found out minutes before kickoff. So it wasn't like he was mentally and physically as 100% prepared as he could have been. He went out there and did what he did as a rookie with no preseason and no scrimmages. I mean, that's just instinct. That's just balling is what they hear.
Oh, my God.
You heard the way he said that?
It came out good. I was like, oh, okay. That was smooth.
Wow.
Dude, he was just balling, dog.
Yeah. You're right. I think that was probably the best thing that could have happened to him. There was no pressure. Because they turned around like,
no
hey,
expectations either.
Right. Just do the best you can, man.
Hey,
and
but
that's what he did.